Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey everyone, this is your girl SC Bookgal 843 Patrice Grumble, and it is another Tuesday night. I hope you guys have been okay. You know, I know this.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
So, we have them technical difficulties. We got to roll with them, correct? All right, so let's try this all over again. I am your girl, Patrice Grimble, Miss SC Bookgal 843. Whenever you see that, that is me. And it is another Tuesday night where I am bringing you another author and another book. Now, y'all, we were having fun behind the scenes. Y'all know me. I love to have fun, and we about to have us some fun, okay? So, this author, y'all, this author, her name is Miss Yasha York. She got like 25 different aliases, but that we ain't gonna go. We'll talk about that in a minute, okay? But her personality is so beautiful, and I am so honored to have her here tonight because we're gonna talk about this Miss Tennessee Jones. Y'all, this cover is what we call fire. Y'all know I love a beautiful cover of a book. So we're gonna bring her up so she could tell us a little bit about her and Tennessee Jones. Come on up, Miss York. How you doing, girlie?
I am doing great. How are you?
I good. I
You
be
good?
good.
Good. You be good.
Oh, welcome to SC Book Gals and Friends Chat. But before we go further, you got to tell us a little bit about yourself.
Of course. And I'm so glad to be here. A little bit about me. I got 5011 names on social media.
Y'all, 50
I
living
apologize.
names.
And depending on mood, it might switch up in the next couple of weeks. So, yes. But as far as the main names you need to know that will stay permanent. My pen name is Yasha York. A little bit about that. What started that as my pen name? It started around the summer before seventh grade. I took a lot of influences. One, my older sister, she was a big influence in my life. Her name was actually Tasha, but I didn't want to use her name, but something similar. So that's where the Yasha came in. And then I wanted something that sounded kind of Regal esque, and that's where the York came in. So that's where that name started as far as Josh York, and I kind of use that as like my pen name for different things and whatnot. But that's definitely why it became my author pen name. But my actual name, my government name, is Natalie Coles, like the singers. Those are the two main names. All the other names will probably change.
Okay, so what made you want to become a writer?
Yes. What made me want to become a writer? It is so many things. Like I would say, like the main thing is that I always got something going on in my head. I literally have like whole cinemas, different movies. I have different things playing in my head. Like I look at myself as like a main character just going through a journey. Like that's literally what plays in my head. And so that's what really inspired me to write because I was like, I got to get this stuff on paper or something because stuff is just too good. Like I would literally just be having dreams about what I could see as being a movie. And I was like, let me write this down because this could really be a good movie. I was doing that, I think, as early as like 6 or 7, and it would just be different things. And they're in school and whatnot. People and even my moms, they've always said, you know, you are very creative. Like I would just come up with stories just off the top of my head, and it's like you are very creative. How did you come up with it? I'm like, mm. And so that's what kind of
I
inspired me to be a writer. Go ahead.
I hear that from a lot of people is that it starts when they're young and they're like young ages. What sparked your creativity at that young of an age? Was it like you were like crayons, coloring books, or you like mimicking people? Like what sparked that creativity?
I would say a little bit of everything. I've definitely always been like, even like at my big age of 31, I like coloring. I like stuff like that, artsy stuff. So that's what that inspired. And then as far as like the things that I like to look at, I've always been a aesthetics person. I like things that are colorful, that jump out. Like actually, if I didn't become an author, my dream job, well, my as a child, I always wanted to be. I imagined myself being an artist in Paris, sitting at a cafe, painting on a little easel or something like that. Like I had an easel as a kid, and like the big like creative box with all different kind of markers, the pastels and all of that. And like I fell in love with it, and I would literally just sit there and just color and draw for hours. And then I'm a
Wow.
music person too, and singing that kind of connects to my love for writing too, because like I can just feel emotion from music. Like, I don't even have to hear the words because sometimes the words don't necessarily correlate to my the emotions that I feel. But like sometimes, like I'll just listen to a beat or a tune, and it just brings about emotion, and I can like as get I'll get into that a little later. That's kind of what inspired kind of Tennessee Jones, just listening to music and just coming up with a vibe and how the story fit and things like that. So yeah.
Yeah. Now, see, I totally understand that because okay, so I, y'all, Phil Collins is on my playlist. Like I'm
Mhm.
listening to that one more night, but I don't like the whole song. I just like Gerald Albright. His sax at the end of that song is bananas, y'all. I love it. I'll just play it, just go to that part. And like
Mhm.
I think it was somebody's like, you sit up there listening to Phil Collins? No, I actually listened to the sax. So I totally get it because that sax is a whole vibe by itself. So I totally understand that. So since you talked about this person, we're gonna talk about Miss Tennessee. First of all, very creative for a name. Why the name Tennessee?
Well, I would say why I picked that name. It was a lot of different influences. As a kid, I was also I wrote this around 7th grade, and so at that time, I was a little corny. I like the whole little saying, "You're the only 10 I see." So I was like, hmm. So I like that part, and also with my actual government name being Natalie Coles because I live in North Carolina and my initials is NC, like the state. I was like, why don't I name somebody after an actual state? I was just really just the thought, but that's kind of where the process came. And I was like, okay, what last name go good with Jones? I wanted something to sound like an epic character, and I'm like somebody like Indiana Jones or something like that. Okay, if I put Jones on it, that's gonna make the character sound epic. So
Lord, she said Indiana Jones.
telling my
Indiana,
age.
Indiana. Okay, you know what? We just okay. Tennessee.
The way my brain be working, it sound good when I put it on paper, but it be a
But
little.
you know what? The crazy thing about it is, it's the way that you're thinking. There's about 4 to 5 people that totally understand it,
That
and
part.
it makes your book unique. So I applaud you for the thought pattern that you have. Keep them
Thank you.
coming.
Thank you.
Keep them coming.
I
But for
definitely will.
her to be this beautiful, and y'all, Listen, I'm not saying anything bad, okay? But I've seen some covers and I've seen some name of some characters, and you're looking at the cover like the name of the character doesn't fit the cover, but for her to be beautiful and be named Tennessee is very unique. And I like that. I love that unique factor of the book. So tell us a little bit about Miss Tennessee Jones.
Yes. As far as her, I would say like her facial aesthetic influence, I was really going for someone that kind of has that. What's the best word I want to say? I did have some influences. I wanted just kind of like that moody character because throughout the book, she, starts off as a teenager and then grows up to like, progresses to a young adult. And so, but her character, because she's someone that loves music, that sings, I wanted someone to reflect me, but somebody that really, I would say, fit that name. And so when I was kind of thinking of her, I was thinking of, okay, I want a mixture of like a Summer Walker and maybe like a SZA. Somebody that kind of fits that whole moody aesthetic vibe and just really, but not necessarily look directly like them, but somebody that kind of fits that vibe. And that's what came as far as where Tennessee Jones, the look came from, because I feel like she kind of gives off those vibes.
Yes. Some yes. Because okay, I have my screens split, you guys. Because when my authors are talking about their books and your covers, I like to visually see the cover. So I'm looking at it just like you guys are able to look at it, and I see it. I see it all through there. Mm. So this can I can see this being a book that you guys would read if you know it's I think it's June is Black Music Month. Here's
Hmm.
your pick for June. So Derek. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Derek Creed. He is
Mm-hmm.
a very interesting character. So for
Mm-hmm.
him, he had a lot of different influences. I would say when I was drafting him,
I'm
just
waiting.
as far as him, I wanted him to come off. I'm trying to think of who exactly, because he had a certain look to him. When you see him, he's like that charismatic, just kind of. I want to say kind of the Ike Turner look from the Tina Turner movie, not the actual how Ike Turner actually looked, but how Lawrence Fishburne played him. I kind of wanted him to kind of have that look, but not that look, but like
Yeah.
the cross between name from the movie, the other guy with the green eyes, and he just be uh where he be is he caught in Beyonce? I can't think of
I
his name.
I know who you talking about. I know that the light skinned guy who hang the
He is
children
so
outside the movie.
yes, him, but I can't think of his name. I any other time I know his name off the top of my head, but him, the one that hung the children off the balcony. I was thinking of a mixture of that. You got that charismatic,
Ely.
you find
Michael Ely.
Michael
Michael
Ealy.
Ely.
That's what I was thinking of.
Yes.
Young Lawrence Fishburne slash Michael Ealy combination. That's where the inspiration for Derek came from. And then some, I would say, some influences from people that I've met. I also, not to say I wrote this way before the whole thing with Diddy came out, but you know, kind of some Diddy influence, not necessarily visually, but how he was acting, but just kind of, I would say like the main influence of his character also came from, um, you know, Tina to what's love got to do with it. It came from his kind of characteristic and just that need for just power, control, that narcissistic behavior. That's where that came from as well. Because I watched that as a kid. I don't know why my mama let me watch that, but that's one of my favorite
Nah,
movies.
don't blame mama. Don't blame mama. Mama ain't had nothing to do with that. So from the little bit that I read, I got player vibe. Like
Mhm.
I like it's an honor to be with me type vibe is what I got from Derek. Am I
Yes.
off?
No, you are very
Okay.
much spot on. Very much spot on. That's his
Because
characteristic. He is very he's very arrogant. Thinks highly of
yes.
himself.
Yes. And I was like, oh my God, I don't even like you. Okay, okay. So I
Tell
didn't
him
finish
that.
the book. Y'all know me. I got like 50 y'all. If y'all see my to be read list in my library checkouts, I apologize. Okay. But these characters seem like they're from two different worlds. Without giving away the novel, how do you bring them together?
I would say how I brought them together just based on situational. You have Tennessee Jones without, spoiling the book. You have a young, naive girl who she wants to sing. Singing is her passion. She's good at it. Typically, as and even as myself, I used to be a singer myself. Well, I mean, I sing a little bit now, but when I was younger, I professionally sang and all of that. You just have that hunger, and your ultimate desire is you want to be famous. And so, somebody who has such a desire but does not necessarily have the networking, the means to just get out there, she crosses paths with someone like Derek Creed, aka DC, who, he sees an opportunity, he's gonna take it, however means necessary. So that's
Right.
how those two align.
In reading the little parts that I read, I got a little bit of, and I might be saying the title of the movie wrong, The Preacher's Daughter, where it was a
Yeah.
homegirl from being Destiny's Child,
Hmm.
the third woman, the fourth one that got kicked off.
Oh,
But
Michelle.
that's
Hmm. Was it Michelle? Yeah, it was
no
Michelle.
the
What's her
life
name?
the no, not Michelle. It's
Latoya
this is
Luckett.
the
Latoya
one
Luckett. Was it
Latoya
Latoya
Luckett.
Luckett?
So
Hmm.
her character in um The Preacher's Daughter, when I was reading it, that was coming to me. And even when we talked about the D person, I don't even want to give him reference. It it gave me a little bit of the other character, and I was like, I gotta finish reading this when I get a chance because I want to see which dynamic overpowers the other dynamic. Now, disclaimer: I have not read the whole book, you guys, but I'm thinking Tennessee gonna win this one over. Am I right? You ain't gonna
Yeah,
tell
you're
me.
right. But it's the way it goes about. It's not direct, just she automatically it has a lot of twists and turns. I don't want to spoil it, but it's not just
Ooh,
straightforward. She just wins, and it's not even because it's a book two coming out. I'm still working on it. I should have it. I did initially say the end of July, but we gonna say more like mid August because life be life, and it gonna segue into book two how everything else play out. But that's where it's going. That she is, gonna win this, but it's not. Nothing is an easy win with Derek. It's just not because that's just not his character. He ain't gonna go down without a fight. So without spoiling.
yes. So since we're gonna talk about fights, who is your biggest supporter when it comes to your writing journey?
I would say my biggest supporter is my mom. Like she has always been my supporter, like with everything I do. Because in her mind, there is nothing that I can't do. It's all a matter of what my mind and motivation will let me do. But there is nothing that I can't do. And so she is definitely my motivation. Anytime I say, "Well, I'm gonna do this," she said, "Well, you do it. I know you can do it. You just got to put that motivation in, that work to do it, and I know you can do it. I know it's gonna be good." Definitely my mom.
Okay, see, all right. Shouts out to your mama. Tell her to hurry up with this book too, because I don't want to have to
I
read book one. I can't get book two. So, mama, tell her hurry up to that
she was
book two. Okay. All right.
listen. She was listening to me like for this podcast.
So
She was like, "You need to hurry up, put out your book too. How's book one?" I was like, "Mama, calm down. I'm getting it
get her, mommy. Get her. So, what else? I know we have book two of Tennessee Jones or whatever the title is going to be. What else can we expect from you in your writing journey, other avenues? What else can we expect?
Well, I have a couple other work in progresses that I am putting out. I would say I am a person, I like to explore different niches. Um, Another book that I'm putting out, just kind of like a Hallmarky book. Because my mom, she loves Hallmark. And so she's like, because she calls me by my middle name. My middle name is Emily. And so she's like, Emily, can you just put out a book that's like a
Hold up
nice
now. You got a
Hallmark?
whole nother name too?
I have too many names. Actually, my government name, I have four names. I have two middle names. Like, like,
So you can play the alphabet game and have no problems, huh?
Not at all.
Just
Not
don't
no
hit, just don't hit you with the Z, huh?
that part.
I'm
I have
sorry,
very little.
Mama, but Mama, please don't get mad at me. Please still be on my side about that book too, Mama.
No,
I'm
no, she
sorry for taking
definitely would
out
be.
all her names.
It's okay. Like, look, we look. I say it all the time because she was gonna name me another name, and she was like, "We stuck with this one." Like a little bit about my whole name is Natalie Emily Bell Coles. Natalie came because my dad's name is Nathaniel. Emily came from my older sister because she liked Clifford. Emily Elizabeth. That's where it came from. Belle came from my dad's grandmother. She was gonna name me her actual name. She was like, "I don't want you getting picked at for the rest of your life." I mean, it's not. It's she was my God rest my grandmother, so awesome lady. But her name was Gertrude. And she was like, "The jokes you would have received if I named you Gertrude." I was like, "I thank you," because I would have not. I was not strong enough for that name. I would have changed my name. And then, of course, my last name. So
Oh, oh, you're so wrong. Look at, oh,
I'm
Granny
a
said.
very interested sister too. We crack about that all the time. And my sister was like, "No, she's a clown." She was like, "Oh, I would have called you Dirty Girl your whole life." And I was like, "Yeah, that's why." That.
Oh
Mhm,
man, Granny had jokes. Oh,
mhm.
okay.
Yes. You
Okay. Let
could,
me
but
get
God,
back.
I love my grandma Gertrude. She's awesome, lady. But yeah, even my dad, they was like, yeah, we all get it. We just Belle, but Belle is her middle name. And that's where the Belle came from. That was.
Okay. That's okay. That's good.
Mhm,
But Granny had jokes. Granny had serious. Wow. Okay. So we got the Hallmark. That I call it the Mashilo romances. Is there
mhm.
anything else coming from you?
Yes, I want to do like a horror kind of a Shiro movie where I got like a female serial killer. That's a work in progress. I don't want to give too much away, but we got that a work in progress as well. And then also I want to do kind of a I'm trying to find the words for it. A more so like a parallel underground universe, kind of similar to what's the movie?
Hmm.
The one what's his name? Is it Us? The one that he the dude from Key and Peele. Was it Key or Peele?
I'm.
I think
I've never seen Us.
it's kind of similar to Us
Never.
where you kind of have like a parallel underground world that kind of matches the top world, but not necessarily with the same thing, but kind of where you have an underground world that functions that people don't understand. That kind of you navigate between both of those worlds. I'm working on a book like that, so many different stuff. So
So you got me there. I've never. Y'all, please don't take my card. I've never seen Us. I got a coworker now threaten me to see Sinners by a certain point in time. I don't think she's gonna talk to me if I don't look at Sinners soon. But
okay.
I can see that a lot of African American authors, and I love the fact that we are stepping out of the
Mhm.
street lit, the contemporary, and the street contemporary. What's the other one we always do? Um,
Um.
Urban scene, and we're going into those um paranormal and thrillers. I love the fact that we're starting to branch outside the box, whereas they can't put us in a category because we in all the categories. You know what I'm saying?
That part.
I am trying to branch out and read those. For me, sometimes it's kind of difficult. And my coworker told me to keep reading them because there's going to be one that's going to click it for you, and then you be smooth sailing. So I'm still thinking about going there.
Let's
But
say you just got to find that one that clicks because sometimes I would say I feel like with the when we step out into different genres, just having that sense of where we're still grounded, where I feel like we still retain our blackness in it. That's what really makes it a solid read. Because sometimes for some of the ones that I've read, it feels like we're not fully retaining. Like it's we may not be having an authentic experience when we're reading. I'm like, I can't really relate to this. But when you read ones where you have, where you
right,
like, yeah, I would act like this. This is how I would react. That's what makes it. That's what makes you click and connect with it.
Right.
Hmm.
I see you because that's exactly what I think. There has to be something that helps me relate to the character that will help that click. And I'm going to keep on trying. I know there's going to be one, and then that's going to start that gravy train, just like how I started reading. So I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there.
It'll get there.
So
And I feel like with
remember,
go ahead.
no, go ahead,
I
girl.
was gonna say, and I feel like with us branching out, kind of starting with the now, we're starting to now kind of because I feel like what the problem was with that. 'Cause like I said, I feel you on that because I read. I'm like, this is I don't, but I feel like what people are starting to do now. We're putting those elements into those stories. Like with me, when I write, even if I'm writing different genres, I put those elements into stories because I pull it from different experiences in life. I mean, pull it from a situation where, you know, I've seen on TV or family. I just kind of I pull things also from my life or things that I've seen, and so putting that in, I feel like a lot of authors are now starting to put that in, and that's really what's making the books good, and not just making it just unrelatable. That's pretty, yeah, that's yes, not making it relatable instead of unrelatable. Now go ahead.
Exactly. And I,
Hmm.
as a reader, in seeing that I'm not saying we're just breaking into the genre, but we're starting to stake our claim. I appreciate that.
Hmm.
I appreciate you taking little things and putting it in the book and giving me that. Okay, I'm cool. I'm a little bit here. I'm getting there. So I appreciate you doing stuff like that.
Hmm.
So
No.
we did talk about these fun questions, and we already did the fun questions. But I'm gonna ask you this one.
Hmm.
Lifetime just gave you a call. Okay.
Hmm.
Lifetime said we're about to do a biopic of you as an author, but we have to have someone to play your mother, your biggest supporter. Who would play your mother, and why did you choose that person?
I have already had this planned out. And I've told her to. If she didn't want to play it herself, because my mom is kind of like me, she's like, I would just want to play myself. But if for some reason she did not want to play herself, Loretta Devine. Because, like, that is like the closest, like, when I see my mom, if I see her, if somebody plays her, it's got to be Loretta Devine. Got to be. Like, that is,
Okay.
like, when I look at her, that is what I see her, I see my mother. And that's how I see with my grandmother, I see Della Reese. Like, I planned that out for years. Now my grandma gets mad 'cause she's like, "Why you?" Because she knew because my grandmother's have seen Della Reese back in the day. She's like, "Why you pick Della Reese? She got a nasty mouth." But I'm like, you. When I see you, you remind me of Della Reese. Like y'all look alike.
What was the move? When you walk,
Mm-hmm.
touched by an angel. That's
That's
what
why.
it was. I
And
had to get this song.
when I tell you, me and my sister used to watch that show so much. Me, and my sister, and grandma. Like we still watch that now. We still watch stuff. I still watch stuff on my grandma now. Like,
Wasn't that like
I love it just like.
the Saturday night TV? It was
Mm-hmm.
it was that show. Then it was um the one with Sherman Hemsley. And
I
there
know what you're
was
talking
the
about.
Golden Girls.
Yeah, I used to watch Golden Girls, Walker Texas Ranger, and Heat of the Night.
Oh yeah, well, and hey, hold up. What you know about that in the heat in the night?
In the
Do you know
heat.
though they got a whole Roku channel for in the heat of the night?
No,
You
they
know the
don't.
old
They
lady at me was
don't.
yes, they do.
I didn't know that.
Girl,
I'm gonna watch this
I'm
movie. I'm gonna watch
telling you, in
it
the
tonight.
hey, I had to, but me, okay, y'all know I work at a library, so y'all know I go down the rabbit hole, right? So I
Mhm.
was looking at in the heat of the night one night, and I
Mhm.
was wondering what happened to all these characters on in the heat of the night. Do not go down that rabbit hole to
Oh,
find out about these characters.
because I was wondering that
Yeah,
too.
that was, huh?
Mm. I've been wondering
It's
about that too.
it. Yeah,
It's gonna take
don't
me
do
for a
it
ride.
because my whole childhood it was wow. It's like one of them had AIDS, about three of them had drug addiction. I'm like, Ain't y'all been the police? But yes, do not go down that rabbit hole. It is don't uncharted territory. But I do remember them Sunday night, those Saturday nights, and you had to go to bed by 10 o'clock because in my granny house, you had to go to church the next morning.
Yep.
So I understand that. But guess
Cause I.
what?
Mhm.
Lifetime call again. And they say, I do not want you to play yourself. We have to find somebody that is going to play you. Who would you want to play you and why?
Dang, that's a hard one. Cause I feel like I
Oh,
am like my best
no.
character. I would
How
say,
you get Granny and Mama planned out, but you don't know who's gonna play you?
cause it's like I feel like can't nobody capture me like me. I would say, even though she's like way older than me, I would say Kim Coles. Like that's I would say like the person that I relate to the most. Like I feel like me and her are like low key like I don't know if we related in real life or not because we got the same last name. But Kim Coles, I feel like she'd be like I let her play me as I'm like getting older, but like
Hmm.
but
So,
like
do
I
you
would
have
feel like
someone
that would
that's
be the closest person. Oh,
so
who will
she's
play me?
Kim Coles will be you older. Do you have someone in mind for the younger you?
Dang, I don't know. That's a hard question because it's my. I'm like, I would have to play me. Like, oh man, hold on. Um,
Not the
dang.
arms.
Like I take my role as myself seriously. Like I'm gonna be like, you cannot compare to me. Like what's in how Shaka Khan? I don't know. I got to really think on that.
Okay,
Mm,
okay. So we'll come back to that one.
we'll come
But
back to that.
you guys know in Essie Book Gals and Friends, we have our summer reading challenge like we've done every
Mm-hmm.
year. And you guys know that you're going to get your secret word for the day. And then we're going to ask the author something about this secret word. So if you're ready,
Hmm.
I am
I'm
going to
ready.
place your secret word on the screen. And you already know what to do. Head over to Essie Book Out and Friend, find the post that says summer reading, and enter that word, okay? So today's word, well, this week's word is heat. Because Lord knows if you're in Charleston, South Carolina,
Whew.
that the temperature, the feel like temperature was 117. That was
Yeah,
yesterday or today.
I
Mm-hmm.
believe.
Sydney.
I'm right.
Yes, it was yes.
Whew, I'm right above y'all
So
in North Carolina. South Carolina, a different kind of heat. Whew.
and it like you can what you couldn't even breathe when we went outside.
Mm-mm.
And
Not at all. And it's
the fluffy girl and me wanted to go to get some snacks. Hmm, not
I'm
yesterday.
driving with my AC on because ain't no way. Ain't no way. Like I said, and it's different. Like I said, as soon as you come into North Carolina, it kind of chill out. It's still hot, but it chill out. But as soon as you cross state lines to South Carolina, I'll be like, God
Yeah,
almighty. It's
yes, it's like you
it's
open the door.
mm,
So the secret code word is heat. And for our question with the word heat, what book have you currently read that brought the heat to you?
mm, that is a hard question. I mean, not really hard. I feel like personally it's my book because I feel like my book really brings the heat in a very non-stereotypical way. Because some of the books I've been reading, it been kind of. I'm like, I was expecting it to happen. I was expecting y'all to get together, but my what way mine is because the way I be thinking, definitely my book, definitely my book. Because I've read my book multiple times, of course, but not to brag on myself, but definitely Tennessee Jones.
Listen, if you don't toot your horn,
Who
who's
is?
going to toot it for you? All right. So, before we leave out tonight, how about you give us the rundown of how we can follow you, get your books? If you have any events coming up, how about you give us the rundown of what's going on?
Yes, to give you the rundown, I am on all social media platforms. As far as like my personal way you can get to me, I'm on all social media platforms: TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. My direct website to my book and where you'll be able to like see everything related just to my book is yashayork.com. I am self-published, so I am on Kindle Unlimited, and I'm also on Amazon.
All right. Well, you know what? We thank you for being with us tonight at SC Book Gals and Friends Chat. Y'all, this is going to be one of the ones I review. Okay. So, y'all know how I am in my reviews. Give me some chances. Give me some time. Don't be rushing me and inboxing me. I gave you the book last week. Can you review it now? No, 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 no. There's a lineup. Okay.
Life be
But
life, and I get it. The struggle be real.
thank you for being. No. I got you.
That's my
You know I
favorite
gotta
one.
review this one. See, this is why we can't be on this show together. Cause see, me and her be sitting up here giggling the whole night, and y'all be like,
So
"God, them the giggle twins," and have no problem sitting up here having fun.
not
But
at all. I'm a whole clown, and I bring the circus.
thank you. You want to join my circus? I got plenty of them. Ooh, you know, we gonna have to call each other one day. We got to exchange number. We'll
Yes,
talk about the
you
circus
will talk.
and the
Mhm.
monkeys and the lions and tigers and bears. Oh my! But you guys, it's another Tuesday night. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Miss York, for being here. You
It
guys
is my
remember,
pleasure. Thank you.
there's no such thing as an old book because not every book, not everybody has read every book. Good night, everyone.
Night.
Bye.
Thank you for having me.